Sandy, in its overview, was one of the largest disasters the American Red Cross had responded to. Other than Katrina and, I believe, the massive tornado incident in Alabama about 3 years ago, Sandy is in that same category.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe 13 states were affected. Millions of people, millions of power outages, and I believe, I know that the total damage in New York was about $41 billion, and in New Jersey, I think $36 billion. And I don't know how many people were affected, but it was just complete devastation. I mean, when I was on Staten Island, we stayed on a military ship off the coast because there was nowhere we could stay on the island. It was so completely destroyed.
When we drove in, it looked like a disaster. All of their possessions from their homes were sitting by the curb, waiting for the pickup.
I got the call, I believe, on a Monday. I can't recall exactly because I watched the storm like most of us watched the storm over the weekend as it started to hit Friday evening. And when I got the call, they weren't even sure whether they were going to get us out right away, because at that point, all the airports into the New York, New Jersey area were shut down.
The shelter I was in at Staten Island, the number fluctuated between 80 and 130 people, and between 20 and 40 animals.
There's a bunch of little pieces that aren't really a story. We were staying in a motel without light and water, or without light and heat. And one woman said, one of the workers said, "I'm staying at the hotel tonight because my house is underwater."
I was in mass care and sheltering. So that means I work at the client shelters, which are usually high schools or churches or hospitals. We take care of the clients. We provide food, mental health, and any moral support that they might need. Running the shelter, pretty much. So.
What we do as mental health professionals, and we're all licensed professionals, no one that does the mental health activity can do it unless they're licensed by a professional organization, whether it be psychologists, psychiatrists, social workers, counselors. We're all licensed. And we're licensed to a level that we're all independent. In other words, we can function without direct supervision, because we're out in the field and we have to think on our feet as well. And we're just trying to bring some sense of organization to the emotional side of this whole process.
Well, as IRV drivers, we were primarily there to pick up food from the kitchen, deliver it to a location, or do mobile feeding, which is where we hand the food out the window of the truck. Sometimes the IRVs are used to carry supplies, cleaning supplies, bulk distribution, but we were always handling food on this deployment.
You have thousands of people called and being organized and working together on a moment's notice. It's almost impossible for things to work smoothly because of everybody just getting there and just doing their job.
The biggest struggle for me was emotionally, meeting these people and just wanting to give everything to them, but at the same time, you have to be strong for them.
There can be a lot of waiting at the kitchen for the food or whatever, but there's some defining moment in every day and on every deployment where you think, okay, this is why I was here.
It's always an awesome experience because you're helping people. It's wonderful because you're hands-on helping people. It's not sending a check.
Whenever there's a need, we're there, and we're there until the need is over.